When you're in a state of vulnerability, it causes you to make bad choices and to open yourself up to things that God did not plan for you. Although He is an all-knowing God and He knows what's going to happen before you realize it, something is going on with you, sometimes He will allow it. And it's not to be mean. If anyone's a parent, you know, if you continue to tell your child not to do something and they continue to do what you tell them not to do, at some point you have to allow them to get hurt. Although it may hurt you, but the only way they're going to understand is that they experience it. To get a revelation that this is not good for me. My parents were right. I shouldn't be doing this. And it's not easy as a parent, because in a parent, you always want to be protective. You want to protect your child. But we have to understand that the God we serve, although He is our Father, He also is a spirit. And He said that His ways are not our ways. So to some people, they may look at that as, that's cruel, that's wrong. What kind of God is that? No, He's a good God. He doesn't tempt man with temptation. He doesn't tempt man with evil. And He says all this. But just like in James, when trials and tribulations come, count it all joy, because it's a time for patience to work. But vulnerability causes you to just make bad choices. We've all been there. We've all made bad choices because we were depressed, we were hurt, we were in pain, we had trauma. So we make decisions, whether that be to do drugs, to be promiscuous, to just to get into things that is probably not good for us. But God is a good God. And although you can't see at the end result, does not mean there isn't an end. Does not mean that everything that you were going through or are going through can't be turned around just like that. Because when God intervenes on the bad decisions that you made, is as if, and it could have been something that went on for maybe a few days, weeks, months, years even. But when He steps in, He can turn everything around overnight. Or over within, we have to remember that God does not operate on time. Although He made time, He does not operate on it. Because if He did, then He wouldn't be God. Then He would be on the same level as us. But He doesn't operate on time. So that's why when He does intervene, it's always at the right time. And then He will reveal to you why you went through what you went through. And it will give you the understanding and experience to know not to do this again, not to go down this path. It brings you back to Him. Because, like I said, we've all been there. We've all had a bad relationship that ended badly. That maybe you thought this person was for you. Maybe you thought you was going to get married and y'all was going to be together forever. Yada, yada, yada. And something happens. And now you just in a state of just pain. But the world tells us, in order to get over that person that hurt you, you get on a new one. No. I advise you not to do that. Please allow God to heal your heart. Because when you make a split decision because you're out of loneliness and out of hurt and just wanting, to be or feel that type of relationship that you once had because you miss it, you'll be with a counterfeit that is only there to cause havoc and chaos in your life. So just remember that whatever you're going through, whatever you're struggling with, you're not alone, because God said he'll never leave you nor forsake you. He is with you. Even if it's something that you caused. Because we have to admit, we cause things. A lot of people always want to blame God. You can't blame God. That was your choice to do something sexual. That was your choice to be an alcoholic or to get into drugs. That was your choice. Now you have to face whatever journey you about to go through until you can find your way back to God, until you say, you know what, Lord, I surrender. I want to come back to you, Lord. Because just like in the Bible, it says that a righteous man falls 7 times. And that does not mean he falls only 7 times. Of course, we've all fallen short more than 7 times. But remember that 7 is the number of perfection. So he's perfecting you. Even in the time that you feel like, I'm going through so much, I done gotten away from God, I'm so far away from God, I don't know if he's going to ever No, you got to stop thinking he wants you to come when you feel that's the right time to go to God. Okay? Don't ever let the enemy put in your mind that, oh, you have to be perfect in order to go to God. No, you don't, because nobody is perfect. Just go to him. Take your shame. Take your alcohol. Take your drugs. Take you being promiscuous. Take all of that. Even if it's doing bad, stealing, doing things you know you shouldn't be doing. Take all that and surrender it to God. And say, here I am. Lord, help me intervene in my situation. Help me get back. And he will show you the way. Because all those times, that time that you're going through, experiencing is dark times. But when God comes, he comes up. He shows you his light. That's what you see. You see his light. You see, that's how you find, like, to me, that's how you find God. In your darkest time is when you find God, is when God shows himself to you. And he shows you your light. No matter how dark that is, no matter how the hole that you done dug yourself in, no matter how deep it is, he will show up there. Because it even says in the Bible that God will even if you made a bed in hell, he is there with you. God bless you. Keep it peachy.